Hello and welcome. My name's Angie Holden and I'm the blogger behind the Country Chic Cottage. Today we're going to talk about the setup and maintenance of a Crio White Toner Printer. Now to be honest with you, the setup and the maintenance on this is so super simple, this could be a very short video. I am going to add in some of the RIP software things that you will need to know towards the end of this video as well. Now, if you're wondering what is white toner printing, I do have another video on that, and I will link to that in the description below this video. So if you've never heard of a white toner printer, you might want to watch that video first. The printer that I'm going to set up is the Crio White Toner Printer. Now, they sent me this printer in order to do some education and experiment with white toner printing. I am going to set it up in this video, so I'm removing it from the box, setting it up, and I'm going to walk you through that process. So let's take a look at the setup of the Crio White Toner Printer. So the printer will come to you via freight shipment. I went ahead and unboxed it. I do have it on this table just for the purpose of this video. It's just sort of easier for me to shoot the video from this angle. However, when you get the printer, there will be a variety of documents inside that walk you through some of the setup portions. One of those gives you recommendations for how far the printer should be from the wall, how much room you need around all of the sides, basically. And some of the information on this page tells you things that would void your warranty, so be sure to find this red piece of paper. Then there are some other documents that walk you through the setup, as well as a very unique feature. They actually send a small tablet. You sort of click Get Started, what model of printer you have, and there are videos right on the tablet that will walk you through all the steps. This makes it very, very simple to set your printer up. You also get some cords, one of which being the power cord, the other being the cord to go to your computer. And then you will get a series of cartridges that you will install into the printer in order for it to print. So that's it. That's all you get with the printer itself. Now I am going to go ahead and install the cartridges and film that portion. You can definitely use the videos that are on the tablet that comes with your printer to walk you through this. However, I just wanted to give you a brief overview, especially if you're considering purchasing this printer, haven't decided whether you want to purchase it or not. Let's take a look at just how easy the setup is. There's a button on this side of the printer and you just press it to open the inside. So there will be a variety of packaging material. Maybe tape on the outside, packaging material on the inside, and the first thing we're going to do is remove that. Next, you have a gray button on this side and we're going to press it and the top opens up. Now you need to be cautious here and not touch anything you're not supposed to touch on the inside. The video on the tablet walks through exactly how to remove everything on the inside of here and what not to touch, so I would follow that exactly. For each of these, we are going to lift this out of the printer, and there is an orange protective film on every one. So we're going to remove that film and discard it. Then put this back into the printer. Then you want to remove this orange piece as well to discard, and there's an orange tab on one side. Just pull on the orange tab, then lift this piece up, and we are going to discard this entire piece as well. And I'm going to repeat for each of the cartridges. So you have cyan, yellow, magenta, and white. Your toner cartridges come like this, wrapped in plastic. The first thing is to remove the plastic itself. Then hold each one of these flat and shake it about 5 times. Then once you shake this, there is a piece of white tape and we're just going to remove it completely from the bottom. Again, you just discard that. And then you want to make sure to match these up. So this is a W and I'm going to put this in the W slot. And we're going to kind of slide it in from one side, making sure it locks into place, press it down, and then there is a blue lever on this side, and when you push it, it will lock this into place. Then we're going to repeat for the other colors. So shake 5 times, remove the tape. This one is M for magenta. Line that up with the M in the printer, press from one side, lock the lever into place. Next, you will want to make sure, this is the fuser here in the back, and we do want to make sure there's no packaging material on it. So we'll lift this lever up, pull it out, And then just make sure there's nothing on it. No braces, no tape, no anything like that. And then just reinstall. Press the lever down to lock into place. Then that's it. We're gonna want to go ahead and close the printer back. So close the top. Again, make sure you're not touching any of these internal components that are on that top lid. Close that. Close the front. And now we can plug the printer up and turn it on with this button at the bottom. I just want to note that after you turn this on, you will hear it run through some steps. You might be able to hear it running in the video. You will hear it run through some steps as it turns itself on. In the meantime, you can go ahead and follow the directions and put everything needed on your computer. Now you will need a computer for this, as Mac devices do not work, and you need to put the software, and you just probably heard the printer kick off. So don't be scared when you plug it in and turn it on. It will be kind of loud, but once it finishes that cycle, it will go back to being quiet again. And you will need to download the software as well as the printer driver onto your computer, so you can do that as the printer starts up. And you get a license for that software for free with your printer, and somewhere on the printer, mine is on the back here, there will be a sticker that gives you an activation code for the software. So be sure to look for that sticker as you're setting the printer up. Don't remove it. You will need that code for the software installation. Now that's set up, super easy, super fast. The maintenance is also super easy because there really isn't any. You don't have to leave it plugged in. You can unplug it when it's not in use. Plug it up when you're ready to use it. Because it's toner, there's no worries about clogs or anything like that. So that is one reason that I personally really love a white toner printer. Now, once you have the printer itself set up, you do need to do some things on your computer. So you need to get the RIP software. It does come with the Crio White Toner Printer, and I do walk you through how to download the software as well as to set it up in the videos on the tablet you get, or you can watch them on your computer on their channels. So let's take a look inside that software and go ahead and print something really quickly. The next step to set up your Crio White Toner Printer is to download the RIP software and start using it. Let's take a quick look at how to use this software to print. First, you will need to connect your printer. After that, to print, you'll pick your paper type. There are a variety of paper types already loaded, and when you pick one of these, it will automatically change your settings. So what I'm using is the Forever Dark, so I'm going to pick it, and it changes my settings accordingly. Then we're going to go ahead and upload an image. You just find the image on your computer, and then you can zoom out. With this image, you can click it and resize it if you need to, and you can also click and drag to move it around. This represents your paper, so the screen represents your paper. So as you can see, I could add 2 of these easily just by clicking the copies button, and it would make a second copy. If you go to Q at the bottom and color adjust, you can adjust the saturation here. So if you feel like your printer is not printing with enough saturation, or if you would like to adjust the colors, this is the place to do that. Otherwise, all you'll have to do is to click print to print this. Then once I'm done with that process and I hit print, it prints out of the Crio White Toner Printer. Now I mentioned this in another video, but there are, and you saw within the RIP software, there are several different papers that you can use. Many different papers that you can use with the Crio White Toner Printer. I am printing on Forever Dark just because that was convenient for me to use. I am planning on doing a future video on different papers that you can use with a white toner printer, but this is one example of that. So you saw that the design was mirrored, and you go ahead and print onto the film. So you are printing directly to a film with that toner. And yes, as you saw, there is white toner, so it does print white, hence the name White Toner Printer. Now when it prints to this film, that's not all you have to do. So the printing portion of white toner printing is very simple. The pressing portion is where it gets a little more difficult, just because there are several steps to the pressing process. So there is what's called a marrying process. So basically you have to marry what you printed with some adhesive before you put it on your shirt. So you're going to press it to the adhesive portion of the paper first, then you're going to press it to your shirt. So you do need to remember that although you printed onto that film or paper with the white toner printer, that you still have to complete the rest of the steps before you can actually put it onto your shirt. So the pressing process is a little bit more involved when you're talking about white toner printing than other types of printing methods. However, the printing portion, the setup, the maintenance of a white toner printer is extremely easy, as you saw. So the pros for this process for me are that the setup, the maintenance, and the printing are extremely easy. Now you might have to dial in those printer settings. I mentioned those at the very end, as you feel like you might have to play with those and get what's right for you and your process. However, once you dial those in and are printing, that process is very easy. It is the pressing portion of the process that gets a little bit more tricky. And that portion of the process I do feel like has a learning curve. So you might need to play around with that process with your particular heat press, your particular printer to get it right for you. After that, I think white toner printing might be something that you really enjoy. Now, as I've mentioned before in my previous video, white toner printers overall are very expensive. So the white toner printer, the Crio White Toner Printer that I set up in this video is around $8,000. There are less expensive white toner printers on the market. They're in a variety of price ranges and sizes. However, this is the one I was setting up in this video. However, all of them are pretty pricey and something that you would need to make an investment to get into. But if you are ready to get into the investment, thinking about the Crio White Toner Printer, hopefully this video helped you with the setup and maintenance process. Now I do like that Crio offers a ton of support. So you can attend a live session. They have live sessions like 2 days a week on both the printing process and like the RIP software. And then there's also a live session on the pressing process. So after you walk through these steps and get it set up, it's very easy to attend those sessions and learn more about the printer itself and the pressing process. They also have pre-recorded videos, tons of those, on a wide variety of surfaces, as well as the RIP software itself. So I was able to watch those, walk through those, and learn a little bit more, including more advanced techniques like knocking out black, leaving some holes in the print for a softer feel, tons of different advanced techniques that you can learn on those videos as well. So once you get through with that setup, the Crio support is there for you to learn all of these things. Plus you can contact them at any time if you have any issues. You do contact them through your dealer, so contact your dealer first, wherever you purchase your Crio White Toner Printer, and they are happy to help you or pass you on to someone that can help. So now, do you have any questions about the Crio printer setup and maintenance? If you do, drop down in the comment section, ask away. If you liked this video and it helped you, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, head on over to our YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. We have videos just like this one every single week, and trust me, you don't want to miss any of those. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.